open the notes 45 minutes before we got to be here.
Yeah.
We all do it.
What can I say?
It feels a little bad, yeah, because like originally the plan was like have them all in by Monday, no new news.
Yeah, right. We're locking the
your
news.
backlog, like so other people can look at a video. Or,
Yeah.
We're like typing in things while the mics are hot.
or how many times just live doing episodes we like, it'll be a game time decision for the backlog, and it's because we're like, whoa.
The backlog is easy right now because there's so many things on like the backlog for me that it's just like you can just wait and see. It's true. Stick my hand in the hat. And
I don't
pull
know.
out
It got harder now that we're kind of accountable.
It is a little harder for sure, but we're not that accountable because I don't know. There's other games to play. I mean,
You're
you've
right.
already said like
This
4
too shall
three
pass.
apiece. Yeah.
This phase will be over.
But
By the way, this is my buddy's Backlog After Dark. We're just rolling with it today. Totally
Right.
unscripted.
Are we on? We're
We
riffing
might
now.
we might hit a little bit of news, but we're just hanging out. It's just Saturday night with the boys. Welcome in.
This is true.
Welcome in. Grab a seat. Sit down.
Come on in.
Take a load off.
Keep your loads to yourself.
Hey,
There it is.
There it is.
Matt's in the studio, everybody.
We go off script for 1 minute.
Already. So guys, we did our first stream.
Stream was good. What did you think? Obscure wasn't. I don't know that Obscure was the vibe for the stream. It was like
I kind of want to play it though.
I
don't know if it's a
It
stream
reminds me
game.
of Until
Yeah.
Dawn, but just in a I don't know.
There was like smatterings of Until Dawn, Alan Wake.
it
Was just cheesy like teen horror movie stuff. Like
I liked that already. It looked very interactive, like literally like one of those escape room games or something where you've got to like you've got to unhook this locker to get the magnifying glass so you can burn this and open the next thing. It's like it seems like puzzly, and I think that's cool.
yeah, it definitely solidified that being a good game that was in my backlog. That is also 100%. I have to play and finish it.
Yeah.
Just the 30 minutes we played, if even that. But yeah, probably not the best stream game.
Yeah, I don't know. It would
want to lock in though when you're playing it, right?
Yeah, that was my problem. Is like we barely had chatters to talk to, and it was already like I couldn't.
What are you
I feel
talking
like
about, man? It was popping off.
It was more than you'd expect.
There was at least 2 or 3 people in there.
There were like 2,000 or 3,000
But
people
I,
in our stream.
Just watching those, like trying to respond to those chats and trying to puzzle and figure out what we were doing, it was like I don't know. It's
Yeah,
tough.
yeah.
I'm too smooth brained.
And also a game like that with 2-player, like
That's really cool.
that doesn't really exist. And then you've noticed, because I got distracted at one point, the freedom Player 2 had.
Yeah,
You could
it was crazy. I like moved the main camera scene. I don't know if you were in here, Gavin, or if you had walked away or something. I feel like you were going to get the next game for us to play.
Yeah.
And I had walked in the hallway and I'd taken the main camera with me and left Matt
I
behind.
was just off screen.
And then I was
confused
able
as
to
an
You just
arrow.
couldn't even do anything.
And then I was able to force us into the next area as Player 2, which is crazy. I feel like normally you're just like
Yeah,
kind of
normally
there.
you're just like
Just kind
Player
of a
2.
body
They
in
don't
the
do it
ring.
like they used
you can
to.
just because I don't really like when you just get force teleported in games. I don't know.
either.
I guess it's either that or the screen stops and you can't move. There's no in between.
But
I kinda
that
like,
messes me up less than the teleporting.
There's like I haven't played much of it, but like the newer iterations of the Lego Star Wars, like you're on the same screen, and then if you split up, it like shifts, it like split screen, but like it'll do like diagonal into horizontal into vertical split screen based on what perspective makes sense for like when you're splitting off. Like
Interesting.
if you're like
Okay.
walking
Yeah,
away
if
in like
you're
a
doing this,
diagonal
it'll go
pattern or
horizontal.
something, it'll
Okay.
do like a. It's real weird. Like I don't know.
It sounds like
Sounds
I mean,
good.
it sounds like the stuff they did in Split Fiction. If you played that, the way that the
I
camera and all the
did.
shit moves and different, but it's always split screen.
I'm not really. I guess
That one's like it's mostly vertically split screened, right? Though, and then every once in a while it comes together. It's more like
I guess-
you're apart more than you're together. I think.
I don't really.
Yeah, no, I mean you're together a lot, right there together.
you
It
are?
just like it's forced co-op, right? You can
Yeah.
only play that game co-op. So even if you're in the same room or if it's online, there's always the split screen divide.
Yeah, you're always on split screen.
Then there are parts where you're apart, but you're already used to split screen. Sometimes it's horizontal, vertical, but sometimes it's like moving and changing, and yeah. So
I don't really remember it swapping like how it was doing the split screen. I beat it, but like I just don't remember. But that's cool. It would shift from like vertical to horizontal. Is that the main
Yeah.
thing, or you're saying like you would?
yeah, vertical to horizontal.
Gotcha.
There's some stuff in the back half that gets really crazy with it, but it's just kind of that last.
You guys like vertical or horizontal better on a split screen game?
I think horizontal. Yeah.
I was a big vertical advocate for a long time, but I was just playing Black Ops 2 at my buddy's house, and I was enjoying the horizontal again. I think it's good. I like having the option, though.
Well, because most of your field of view is horizontal in games, right? Like,
Especially, first
I guess
person
it depends
versus...
on the game.
I don't know why it feels nice. Like, I guess when you're... I don't know, like when you're splitting a screen with somebody, if me and you are like in front of this TV right here, like if I get the right side of the screen, I'm right in front of my side of the screen.
I'll give you that.
I don't know. I feel like
Yeah,
that doesn't really make a lot of sense though, because you're right. The field of view is bigger, like wider than it is tall.
But I would hate having out in my main game room where my TV's mounted. I would hate having the top half of the screen. Just because it's the higher up part, even though
exactly.
my TV's not
I
mounted
think that's my problem. Is like, you
up.
can get right in front of it and like aligned with it on left and right split screen.
At the same time, we all went to a Walmart or a Toys R Us as a kid and definitely played some demos, right? And it was just straight up. Gavin and I both just now.
You guys both like
our audio podcast.
It looked scripted that you guys both just shot your necks up and looked upwards.
If I did that for 30 seconds now, I'd be feeling it the rest of the day.
Dude, you had to fight off other kids who wanted to get on. It was Lord of the Flies over in the game section.
It's also crazy because it was like those heavy ass CRTs mounted up there above children.
That's true. I don't know.
Probably by some dude that probably hates children.
Hey, speaking of CRTs,
I thought you were going to say speaking of hating children.
Speaking of hating children, I hate reliving our childhood. No, really. Could you potentially turn the nostalgia factory off? It's the squealing is getting to me.
Gavin's very sensitive to
and
the high pitch.
I'm worried the mic's going to pick it up and it's going to sound weird. But also, I'm just kind of being a baby about it.
That is better.
Well,
yeah, that is.
So where do you get your CRTVs? Because I kind of want one now.
Facebook Marketplace.
How much they run you nowadays?
It depends on if it's a shithead or if it's somebody that actually know what they have or doesn't.
Okay.
The Sony and the Trinitron
you take advantage of anybody.
Are the most expensive ones usually.
Yeah. Makes sense.
At the same time, I got both of mine for probably less than $200 for both total, but not a piece. But I want a bigger one.
I think it'd
would
be
love
cool
to have a
for
double
some.
size of that one.
Yeah, seeing all the comparisons of how the bleed-in effect of how the art was made back then, and like how much better it looks on a CRT for old retro games, it makes me kind of want one. But I don't know.
But then, are you going to start getting retro consoles?
Probably not. No. Yeah. So how does that work?
It's not going to work going out from your PC.
So why wouldn't it? I guess if you converted it down, it would still I
guess
the
if you
bleed over effect
down,
would still work.
What do you mean by bleed over?
So the cells on an old CRTV, it's like each pixel next to each pixel. Sorry, each pixel had a bleed over effect into the pixels beside it. So you had this meshing of colors.
Okay.
So when you're looking at a sprite on an HD screen, like on Matt's there, it's too sharp and it makes everything look blockier than it was back in the day. Whereas it used to mesh together for some not high def, but it looked way better than it does.
You would see every pixel block essentially of the character model, as opposed on that. You could tell obviously they're pixels, but they kind of run, like you said, together to make more of a realist.
And they look wildly better when you see the comparisons.
I mean, you both were shocked just on the PS2 game, right?
Yeah, Obscure looked really good.
Yeah, it really did.
Also,
I think the biggest difference for me with the PS2, I don't know if I'd see it as much, but the biggest for me is old 16-bit, 18 or 8-bit, 16-bit stuff. Probably 16 is probably the most. The ones I see it the most in, a Castlevania or something.
Yeah.
I feel like you see a lot of that bleeding effect. But
so I guess since the capture card gets the actual signal from the TV, you still retain all of that in the stream?
I don't think so.
I wasn't able to watch, but no, I don't think so.
It would be on the viewer to watch it on a CRTV, right? To get the best effect.
Interesting. Are you sure about that?
It's even the same way how there's the weird thing with the Nostalgia Factory. For the record, the Nostalgia Factory is I have a CRT hooked up as essentially a third monitor to my main PC in one of my game rooms, and it just runs old intros to cartoons and anime constantly. It even has the audio, but the high pitched noise bothers the youngins' ears. So
I definitely hear it. It's definitely loud. It's but I feel like it's worse when they're both on. Because this one doesn't sound bad. You can't really hear it, but I do feel like it has an effect, and then it combines with the other one. But
did you mess up your hearing when you were younger?
No, actually, every time I went to any hearing test, they're like shocked that my hearing's so well.
I was about to say, you're the one who told me get like your ears cleaned out and like you can hear so well afterwards.
Like,
I'm like,
my eyes are so bad
nice.
that the most unfortunate thing is they say like when you have a super bad sense, at least some other senses increase. I have a pretty good sense of touch. Like I can feel just shit touching me constantly. And stuff, so I have a lot of weird sensory things with like clothes.
I was about to say, is that a good thing? That's
no,
probably not
it's
a good
terrible.
one to have,
and then
right?
my best sense, my like number one is smell, and it's fucking terrible.
The worst,
worst scent to like taste. That's not bad if you're voluntarily eating foods and wanting to taste like
you
all
don't
this
get
stuff.
to choose smells.
Yeah,
like,
smells just happen to you.
It's awful, dude. I'm always mad about stenches and stank, and which it's like part of the reason why I'm always like. Gavin, would always tease me because we would go to work out and he'd be like, "Did you put cologne on?" and stuff. I'm like,
"Thanks."
Well, I'm always freshening up
special.
because, like, I just, it's a pain in the ass. I look forward to, trust me, cleaning out the cat boxes regularly. That's so fun for me every night.
Clean them every night.
That's why, because of my sense of smell.
I knew you were like really careful to like. I thought you just had like you didn't want to be like the cat house,
Well,
smell
I mean,
and like you have like
That's
a lot
a
of
good
cats.
point. You have a lot of
don't.
cats, but your house does not smell.
Does
like
not smell
cat
like there's
houses.
a single cat here.
Four cats. And
I forget
that
there's
is, like,
cats here.
That's
It's
kind of
crazy.
insane.
kind
actually.
of a flex to say that, but I spend 15 to depending on the like I don't have to do like a super thorough cleaning right every single night, just kind of scooping a good bit, but
gotcha.
15 minutes to up to like 45 minutes. That's there's 4 litter boxes throughout the upstairs and some enclosures, and that's the sweeping and stuff. But even that for 4 cats and 4 litter boxes, I don't feel like 45 minutes like once a week is that bad, and then 15 minutes every night. Kind of in between. That's
So you're telling me that the cat house smell comes from people just not cleaning their litter boxes?
pretty much because if the
messed up.
if like the litter
put
box
your litter?
doesn't if the litter box doesn't get cleaned and your cat's a little dainty, then the cats will just sneak off and just piss against a wall and stuff.
Yeah,
Well,
that is a
definitely
thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
And like if boy cats aren't neutered, they're more likely to they just spray to mark their territory. That's a thing.
Terrible smell.
But like all of my cats are fixed. They were fixed by the time we adopted them because they just immediately spay or neuter them through like shelters and stuff.
Yeah.
And they're cats. I'm not ever gonna spend more than $15 to adopt a cat. Like a little trash goblin. That's
I thought they were your fur babies.
I mean, they
Never
are,
mind.
but I'm not trying to spend
$25
$400 on a special
too
breed.
much.
Right, right. You're trying to adopt, not like get a purebred.
The 2 youngest ones, they got us on a buy one get one special. I'm dead ass serious.
BOGO cats.
So they're BOGO cats. That's why we ended up with 4.
Did you ever tell which one was the free one?
No, but I think it knows.
Never told them that?
I think it knows. Actually, no, because we kind of, at that point when we had shifted, because we went out looking for dogs and somehow ended up with 2 more cats. And then we kind of, we saw the flyers about that and they talked to us about it. And we were like, well, then by the time we shifted to looking for cats, we were like looking under the mindset of, we get 2. We're not going to not take the deal.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, I mean, now that you're offering it, right?
And now one of them has turned out to be the most expensive cat. He has cost
Naturally
so much money because of health issues.
That's how they get you.
And we'll to continue. I mean, $200 a month minimum on him for his inhaler. That's not including just other stuff with him being.
How much for the inhaler?
$200 a month.
That's crazy.
It's kind of bananas.
Yeah, they'll get you.
And then one of the other ones the other one had like a super rare but very serious, requires surgery foot condition where they essentially had to like take off half of her paw pad.
Oh my god!
And it's like a whole thing and like the healing, and that was like $3,500 just for like the surgery and stuff.
It's one of those things where I almost wonder if they like look at you and they're like, "Yeah, this guy would pay $3,500." You know what I mean? Like,
I can see the glossiness in his eyes as he's just looking at his cat and the vet feeling all sad.
It's like, I just feel like we had all these pets growing up who had good lives and like did not necessarily receive the level of care that I give my animals.
I completely agree. Like my parents kept some animals in awful states that needed to be saved plenty, and they lived for fucking ever.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, what's up with that?
Ever.
It's like they weren't looking at the macros on the cat food they were buying. They were just like, this one's on sale.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. You tracking the macros on your cat's food? I don't have any pets. So I don't,
100%.
I don't know what it's like in
people
2026.
people get crazy about
You
that
got to buy
stuff.
protein
I
cat food.
almost-
Is your cat bulking?
I almost went down the rabbit hole of like cooking my own. Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah. Just because, it's like there's a bunch of filler and a bunch of bullshit in there. And it's like,
Well, especially as they get older, too. Like the cats, specifically, sensitive stomach is a crazy thing as they get older. And, I mean, they'll throw up, right? I mean, they not only have to fight off hairballs and throw that shit up sometimes, they'll just...
Yeah.
So, I don't buy super expensive food, but it is, like, sensitive stomach, hairball, like, breakdown food or whatever. I don't know.
Interesting.
to be clear,
Welcome to my buddy's cat log.
my buddy's cat log. I love it. Just to set the record straight, since I guess this lives out there forever. Do not just think that you can outsmart your vet and cook your own cat food or dog food, because there are like a ton of nutrients and like vitamins and stuff that they actually need. That like just feeding them chicken or whatever or vegetables is not going to do it. So like if you actually go with the homemade pet food route, you have to be very careful and research it a lot. Anyways, that's my TED Talk for today.
That's crazy. Also, we don't condone tying a dog up and leaving it outside for 15 years. We were just pointing out the fact that some animals are resilient as shit, and we remember seeing that growing up, and it's depressing, and they deserve far better than that, which we clearly talk about giving them, but
Yeah,
man, it sometimes sucks getting those bills.
Yeah, that's a lot. Do you guys have like pet insurance or anything? Like that's like a thing, right?
It is, and apparently like it's worth it at a certain threshold of number of pets, which we didn't get all the cats at once, all right? We've got one that's
Yeah, I feel like you'd be at the threshold, right?
We're one that's 13, one that's 7, and 2 of them that are 3. But like it's going to be different prices, the same as a car, right? If your car's 12 years old versus your car being 6 months old, your insurance prices are going to be different. And all of that, and how much they're willing to pay and put towards shit. So apparently that's the caveat. So the best bet is to get the animal when it's little and get the pet insurance right away on it.
Yeah, if you're gonna pet max, you gotta get 5 cats all at once.
Yeah, that's for eliminating the pet
get those
insurance.
babies covered.
But there probably would still be some benefits to us doing it, but I don't want another bill like that, I guess. I don't know.
Nah, for sure.
Can they turn away pets for pre-existing conditions?
Probably.
Oh, probably, yeah, for sure.
Does some dude at a
messed
help
up.
desk approve it and not an actual vet? Like, look at the bill when it's submitted. Like, that cat didn't need that surgery. Reject. Straight to the trash.
So, video games.
All right, yeah, circling back.
I wanted
Top
to ask
10
you
games
guys.
with cats.
Top 10 games with cats. I have not played Stray, but I do know some
I
people
didn't play
like
Stray
it.
either.
You play it?
No,
Did
I
you play
played-
it, Matt?
I played
Of course
the-
you played it, yeah.
Did you beat it?
Yeah.
I played like the demo. Was there a demo? Maybe I just played like 30 minutes when it was on PS
There
Plus
may
or
have been.
something.
It was like on PS Plus,
or
I
I
think.
borrowed it. I don't know, but I didn't play a lot.
Yeah.
Those guys were really into cats. I remember the interviews with them, and they like put a lot of work into getting the
Gory Cuddly
quadruped,
Carnage
like-
is up there is a really good one, too, though. That's the one that came out about, like, the space cat that, like, rides the hoverboard, and it's like a hack and slash hoverboard game. You cut apart alien unicorns. Do I sound high right now?
idea
I don't know
what you're
anything.
talking about,
Yeah.
man. Like,
Right? Is that
I
like a
mean, you
drug
could tell
addict?
me anything about video games. You could say anything. I'd be like, huh, interesting. Like, I would believe you. What were you going to say, though, Gavin? You said you wanted to ask something. Or
what was I going to ask you guys about? Oh, yeah, we were talking just before we got the mics live. Well, not to cut the cat thing short, but I guess we have to move on. So,
sounded
Ryan,
interesting.
you are burned out on Transit on Black Ops 2 Zombies. Does that mean that you're burnt out on Black Ops 2 Zombies and, like, 1 is the play, or do you still contend that 2 is the better
I don't know that I contend either way, but I'm not burned out on Black Ops 2 Zombies. I would still play Mob of the Dead. I would still play Origins. I would still play Buried.
That's the
And
one with the
honestly,
prospector, right? The Hills Have Eyes guy. You get drunk.
Yeah, you got to feed him moonshine to break down the walls, and you got to get in the witch's house. She's going to steal all your money.
The nice thing here is I've not touched zombies since I got the re-release port stuff.
Yeah,
And Gavin
Clearly
realizes
doesn't-
you've never played
I haven't
Black
played
Ops
2. I've only played 1. Yeah.
So I don't care. I just do have fond memories of Transit.
Honestly, I'll play more Transit, too. I know I said right before we started recording that I was not playing any more Transit. Don't ask me about Transit. But
it's a multiplayer game. We'll get his ass immediately.
Yeah. I'll cave immediately. It's fine.
You'll be carrying us. We'll be like, what is this?
No,
didn't the zombies get more like I don't know, complex and intricate as they went on? Like I still remember playing probably more than any of them was the original World at War.
Like the Nocturne Totem.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that map was really good.
It was
that
good,
was the OG for sure. Yeah,
and like the rush of hitting the mystery box and like finally getting the ray gun.
It's just like it's like in a 2-story house essentially, right?
It's basically a 2-story house. Yeah,
man, there was nothing. That was like, I can like picture the feeling of like unlocking zombies for the first time, and it was like the craziest thing ever. I was like, that is so cool that they would put that in there.
Cool like, is it to know that that game was created and came out, and no one knew that shit was a thing,
right?
And then people discovered it organically. We don't get that anymore.
Yeah, can you imagine?
The closest thing to discovering anything organically we get is when we do get a new true FromSoft game.
They're the only ones with the balls to do it.
No one else does that shit.
They'll hide half their game behind 3 invisible walls. They don't care.
And an obtuse boss where you got to eat its ass.
Or like Bloodborne, right? I mean, I wasn't aware of Bloodborne before it came out, but apparently all the marketing was all, it's just the Victorian kind of gothic aesthetic. Like there was no spoilers for Bloodborne. Hints of the Lovecraftian. Yeah, alternate universe, all that.
It was like a little bit of a stuff alluded to, I think, some of the werewolf stuff. Like, I think there was a trailer that showed, like, some of the townspeople were kind of fucking, like, weird looking, hairy, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. But, I mean, all the marketing pretty much focused on, like, what's the first area of Bloodborne called?
Yarnum.
Yeah. It feels like all the marketing was very Yarnum specific.
Just like the Yarnum, like the hunter hunting bad and evil shit. Because they really kept flexing how cool the hunter looks.
That was my first FromSoft, and I think it was one of yours.
It was my first one, too, yeah.
So, marketing worked. Got us in the game.
Yeah. I still, every time, like every year when I replay that game or whatever, I just will let it set at least on the title screen long enough to watch that like intro kind of trailer thing that's never in the game or whatever.
I don't remember that.
Just the it's just like a little trailer clip of the hunter going through Yarnum, getting chased by shit and hunting, and then at the end it's the cleric beast like comes up behind it and the hunter in a dark alley, and it like cuts right when it would have like slapped.
Let me hear your cleric beast impression. Go.
I'm the cleric beast, bitch.
I thought you were gonna do the screech for me.
I don't know if I could.
That was me for the record.
Ryan, what do you got?
I don't remember what he sounds like.
You want to be a VO?
What a cop-out.
I know he killed me a bunch of times, and he was my first like FromSoftware boss experience, and he like broke me for a little bit.
All right, do your best death noise from a character in any FromSoftware game.
I don't really remember but from what we were talking about, I'll hit you with a
I know.
like
Ryan's over here with that. I never die. So
I just fogged my
you
glasses
guys,
up.
I've got kind of a
sensual.
I've got kind of a mush brain situation going on where I don't remember anything about any of these games after I beat them. It's crazy. Like you guys will quote like I just don't remember the boss names and like what the bosses were like. I don't know. It's like it doesn't stick with me. It sounds like I'm doing a bit, but I'm not.
I'm like that with high fantasy stuff specifically, and we could argue that the Souls games are high fantasy, I guess, right? But
I don't even know.
Yeah, but if you were to tell, like, I have read the Lord of the Rings books and watched the movies a couple of times in The Hobbit. I couldn't fucking tell you half the people outside of just the normal name of the character. Like, is Legolas got anything else to his moniker, or is he just Legolas?
I don't know.
That kind of stuff, I can't do it with that, like the high fantasy stuff.
Yeah, I guess you're
not a fantasy guy though, but I like the Lord of the Rings, and I there was a time when I was really into it, and I could tell you all that, stuff about all the different characters, but you like sci-fi, but you don't like fantasy, really, right?
I don't know. It's not that I don't like fantasy. I like it. It's just, I like all of the things, right? But something has to be at the bottom.
That's fair.
Right? Like, here, let's all get paranoid and anxious. Each of us has to be someone's least favorite character on our podcast, right? Because there's 3 of us. If you had to rank us, someone's at the bottom.
That's fair. I'd be happy if anybody was listening to the podcast enough to have a
be
favorite.
real. I don't think we have
I'll
that
be the
problem
least
yet.
favorite character all day. if
Tell
that
me,
means.
send me death threats. I don't care. That means somebody's writing in. We'll read your death threats live on the air.
I promise, if you see me death threats, I will take them to heart and I will cherish them.
Hang them on my fridge.
Careful what you wish for.
But yeah, so we
That's
like
crazy.
really dove off of talking about how the stream went, but I think it went overall okay. I don't know if obscures the move, but I'm hyped that all of us were like, "This is actually kind of cool." Like,
Yeah.
interested in this game from 2001.
I didn't expect it to look that good. Honestly,
And, like,
it looked really smooth on this TV.
It ran smooth. Yeah, like the feeling of it. It didn't. I don't know what FPS that was, but Ryan wasn't complaining about it.
wasn't
so-
Even if it was
but-
30, it was like perfectly paced.
Yeah.
I didn't notice any
Yeah.
stuttering or hitching.
No stuttering or hitching
I
for
feel like
sure.
that's a new thing. Like I don't remember ever playing games. I mean, you're a kid. Like you kind of have like those blinders on, but still, like I feel like you go back and you watch these older games and they just run rock solid.
Yeah, I don't remember really thinking about or worrying about that shit until, getting into
Unreal
like
Engine
multiplayer
5.
stuff.
Yeah.
Specifically in the more connected piece of like playing multiplayer games and stuff and caring about like frame drops and all that stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. I started caring about the frames in high school, I feel like, but like the hitching and stuff, I agree. Like playing on old consoles, I didn't really notice as much. But
Yeah,
I-
we're just far enough apart though that like high school for you would have been peak like Black Ops and
yeah, I graduated in
stuff,
13,
and I would have been
so
close to the end of my undergrad. I graduated my undergrad
okay.
in 14.
okay.
So,
Yeah, that makes sense.
So
that's
that's-
fair. Yeah, a little bit of a difference.
but we were
Yeah, I mean, I also started.
You were probably
playing
one
on...
of the squeaker bitches that was pissing me off.
Oh yeah, for
suck my
sure.
wiener.
I was on there raising hell, for sure.
What were some of the things you were saying, Ryan?
No, I really wasn't. I would never. I wish I did have that. I had one. I wish I was that ballsy. I had one of the chat pads that was like, you could
The
type,
fucking big keyboard.
Oh wow!
I never used it to do anything with it, but like I always loved the memes like later on about like you had to be a real hater to have one of those, like.
Have you guys? I've definitely sent it to you, Ryan, because it pops up every like once a year or so for me on like some social media platform, and it's the dude sending a kid a message, and he's like, "Do you think you're cool, kid? Well, you'll never be able to do anything that I can do." And then he plays like "Smoke on the Water," fucking
Boom.
shittily
Boom,
on his
boom, boom.
guitar
It's
in an audio
terrible,
message that he sends to like somebody he was playing in like Call of Duty.
Nice.
And it's old enough to make me believe that like is a legit
really
non-staged thing.
Yeah, no, I mean it looks like I feel like that's been circulating for a long time. Like I don't know, I miss the days.
Since then.
I guess I don't miss the days. It was an interesting thing to be able to like click on someone's profile and send them a little voice message in the Xbox lobbies.
That's
like
so
that.
wild.
Like,
That's why I'm so shocked that the emblem editor is still in Black Ops 2.
oh, I was looking through
The
my
fr-
photos and I forgot I took a picture of one of these. I don't even know that I want to talk.
It's probably
about it.
'cause they
It's
were-
too bad.
It's probably
honestly-
too risque. When
it's too
when
bad.
A,
I'll show you
when
after,
a normal
but
very accurate swastika is the least offensive thing.
yeah, no, yeah, this is way
to
worse
see.
than that. Like,
In terms of offensive stuff, it's bananas.
Can we
crazy.
just react to it without saying what it is?
Yeah,
Or is
it's
it
cool.
is it too bad for you?
no, it's cool. No, we can do that. Hold on,
right,
give me a
yeah.
sec. But yeah, I mean, it's like they should not have included that. It's insane.
Yeah.
Well, it's like they didn't even like touch the source code, did they?
Yeah, they're like direct ports of the game. So it's a
Gavin's
thinker.
looking at
It'll
it now.
take you a second.
shit! Oh,
You gotta unpack that.
you were not kidding. Oh my god!
Yep, I've seen that. I've seen the other versions, like all the versions
That's like a
of that.
template people are
Yeah.
using. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've
sucks.
seen a lot of that.
That's
Very
terrible. Oh my god!
yeah, those are very common, very common.
I guess
And
it's
like-
just. I mean, that's the thing. You guys are telling me you think it's 30-plus-year-old, people like us playing. So
I'm 100%.
If it's those kind of
is
people
like-
who are making their emblem, like
no, it's
that's so
100%
sad, man.
is 100% mostly people our age making those.
I would guess that you've got a mix of people, but like everybody I was playing with that was talking and being mean to me, they were like old men, like my age, it felt like.
Yeah,
But
like 100% know that is mostly people our age and older that are making those.
That's so messed up.
And doing that and like just reverting right back to what they were doing when that shit came out. I can honestly say I've never done that. I've never even made a custom emblem in those games. I don't care. I don't want the downtime. I want to just play the game. Anyways.
I made a custom emblem, but all I had unlocked, because we didn't play a lot of multiplayer, I had like dolphins, so I just made like 80 dolphins, and I kept asking them when they would be like mean to me, like, do you guys like my dolphins?
I just, me and my buddy always make our little clan tag wet, just because it's like the funniest word that you can kind of put there and it not be offensive.
That's fair.
Out of like a 3 or 4 character word. You
Yeah.
can't put any like, obscene words really.
Yeah, it's a weird system that I guess they didn't leave it in. They just like that this is not a rebuild of the game. They just literally re-released it on the it's just a port, right?
Yeah.
And it's an M-rated game, right?
Yeah.
Online interactions are not rated by the ESRB.
Okay. So is it like
no holds barred?
do you get some like terms of service or something like right before you play multiplayer that's like this is not rated?
I think so. What
Use
I
at your
just
own
quoted
risk.
at you, I think is like what it
Wow.
says.
I mean, like people can report you and you can still get banned for like the
yeah. I do think they do have a terms, I guess, but it's not like it's not rated.
Yeah, because I don't know. There's stuff like that. Like for the record, the image was incredibly racist. Just to give an idea that we just saw, right, of like what people are doing with that shit. There are also hyper sexual ones as well, of people making very graphic imagery in that perspective. So it's just crazy.
I don't know how much I want to play the multiplayer.
I
but
gave up on the multiplayer
zombies,
very quickly.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm always in a private party. If you're in a private party chat, like you don't have to be in the in-game party and all that, so you don't hear people, talk to people.
Nice.
And you technically, the wandering eye is what finds you the emblems. They don't just pop up.
That's
in
fair.
your
You do have to
face.
go look. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess they show really small when someone kills you if you watch the kill cam, right?
Yeah.
Can't you like spray them on the ground, or was that a different game?
That's a
I think
different
it's
game.
Counter-Strike, maybe. I mean, well, you can do that on Counter-Strike. I don't know about
gotcha.
other games, too. But
I would like to run some search and destroy, but who am I kidding? Like,
that's what I
I'd get
thought.
wrecked.
But I'm not even that upset about all the people talking and how like racist and terrible they were. I am upset about that. But like, I honestly forgot. I don't really like Black Ops. I don't really like Call of Duty multiplayer anymore. It's like
I've moved
it's
on.
just
I'm too good.
I'm so bad. It's so twitchy. I can't do it. I'm not good enough at it.
Yeah, that is fair.
I think there are multiple ways to play it. I'm gonna push back on that because I feel like I played one of the new Modern Warfares
He's about to tell us he's a
few
camper.
years ago with a friend, and it's just like they're a lot more twitchy and like there is a super high skill ceiling, but you can outsmart people. Yeah, you might call it camping, whatever. Setting up in strategic locations, anticipating behavior, putting yourself in a situation where you don't have to twitch because you've already predicted where someone's going to go.
I don't get that. I don't give a shit if people camp because I'm like, that's closer to war than what we're doing otherwise. You just lay in the dirt
people
for
just
4
complain
days,
and-
right? And if someone shows up, you kill them.
I mean, if you're talking like, I don't care if people like camping is like a crazy thing to call like anybody, because like, I mean, if you play like Counter-Strike or any other like the really competitive ones, it's like that's all you do. You don't really do twitch. It's like watching corners is the whole gameplay.
Or Siege,
it's
where
not,
you're just
Siege,
peeking.
right, and it's like I don't know. I guess I'm not good at Call of Duty multiplayer, especially like I've been playing on keyboard and mouse for so long that it's like hard
it's
for
just
me
weird
to,
for you to go back to
it's
controller.
hard for me to play a multiplayer FPS on controller, and I just got mad and I was like, I can't do this. I can shoot some zombies for sure, but
All right. Next topic. Why is it easier for us to just accept that a chair in the corner of a hotel room is a cuck chair than calling it a reading chair nowadays?
Is this the energy?
Have you been
were,
banking this? Or
No,
what?
he was going to talk about this on stream, and he was like, "Yeah, you don't want to be on stream. I'm not going to bring it up. I've got a cuck conversation. I've got in the chamber."
He saved it for the after dark for sure.
Yeah. But
what,
that's crazy.
You were just,
We
is
can
this just a shower thought for
we
you?
can just
or?
accept that, like, we can just accept, that, like, it's the cuck chair now, and that's easier to understand than, it's easier to think
I
of
don't wanna go
somebody
read
banging
in it.
out your wife or partner than it is just sitting in a chair and reading a book.
I don't want to read in a dirty hotel corner chair.
You're
Like,
gonna
I'm
read
gonna
in
go
a dirty
outside
hotel
or-
bed.
Yes, it's a lot more comfortable. Or like, go sit in a courtyard or something. Who's gonna sit there and read, man? What are you talking about?
Well, fair. Half people can't even read anymore. So
this is a preposterous conversation.
Like maybe go by the pool. I don't know. If it's a nice hotel, maybe.
I don't really, but like, I feel like those chairs are like the ones that aren't at the desk. I use the desk all the time in a hotel room, but like the chair that's just sitting there looking at the room, that's exclusively for
why it's facing the bed.
It's exclusively for turning the light on and reading your books
while you watch.
While your wife gets banged by another person.
I was gonna say doom scrolling your phone while you wait on your friends to get ready, or your wife, or anybody else you know.
So you're about to say while your friends, wait for your friends to finish off your. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Hey, man. I know we said we'd keep it loose today, guys, but you're pushing it.
This is pushing it for sure.
There's another joke with that too, but okay. Anyways,
what's the joke, Matt? What do you mean?
I don't need to push it. I don't want to get too loosey goosey on here.
So what do you guys think about Fallout?
Then we shifted to try to get through the talking about the stream. Then we shifted to Def Jam inadvertently, which now I need to play more just to understand the buttons.
I'm done. I feel like I've had enough.
And unlock more characters.
One game, like
need to unlock more characters though.
That is fun. It was so. I guess we should have read the controls, because like with where I'm at right now, it felt so mushy, and I didn't know which. I don't know. I'm not a fighting game guy, anyways. So.
But yeah, so that was an impromptu shift that I actually thought was stellar to do. So shout out to your boy.
Appreciate my boy Dak and Vector for joining the stream. He's our OG #1 supporter, bringing that combo.
And then
he's he streams, so he knows the deal. He's like, I called him afterwards, and he was like, I got to support the Twitch homies. Like it's all about the community.
Well, he made a shift from a game that might not have been the best, at least for our first outing, to probably something that was more entertaining. And then we shifted to Mario Party, which I think was actually the move.
Mario Party was going to be so fun if the technical difficulties didn't get us. Us versus Peach on Ultra Hard would have been legendary, dude.
God, I wanted to take it to Peach.
Yeah.
We could put it on a 10-round multiplayer gauntlet against Peach. The
watch
boys versus Peach.
Grudge match. Let's go.
And Peach is at the end, like. But we had technical difficulties with the 64 kept rebooting, so I've got some kind of
analog hardware.
Yeah. So
an emulator would have been better. Let's
too bad.
But then we wouldn't have the nice CRT presentation. Or is it the case that you could run an emulator?
I think if you run it, this is how this conversation was starting a second ago. I think if you ran an emulator to this TV, you would still get that bleed through. You don't think so?
I don't know.
That's
I've
interesting.
not.
I guess
fought things the other way, and I have the equipment to not have to do that.
You're lighting up the same cells, right? And you would expect it. I don't know. I would expect it to work the same, but I don't know.
Well, technically, most emulators just run the direct, like the ROM pulled directly from the old hardware, like the cartridges, right? So it's not like somebody remade them for the emulator version. It's just a ROM that they've essentially pulled / downloaded.
I honestly can't sit here and pretend like I know anything about how any of it works.
Yeah, because what was it? You called yourself out on this, but you confidently corrected me that Mario Party 3 was the one with Cowboy Hat Mario.
I confidently said, why confidently? For my level of like ultra confidence is like, I'm pretty sure it was 3. and that's like, that was where I took it to, I feel like. I don't know. But I was wrong. If Mario Party 2, he's wearing the cowboy hat, and that's the good one. I still assert that I think Mario Party 3 was a banger, and I think we had it, and I think is why I'm confused, but I don't know.
I mean, it probably is. I always hear people talk about Mario Party on the 64, just like that, and then specifically, there's like 3 on the GameCube, but there's one that requires like this weird little microphone attachment that I think is the one that people don't like.
It was pretty fun. I liked it.
I think all Mario Parties are just kind of fun, is the thing.
I had the mic thing, and I liked it a lot. I thought it was fun, but it was kind of weird. I remember that one having a lot of good games, but I don't know. It's hard for me to differentiate because I had a lot of Mario parties growing up, and they were very fun.
But anyways, we'll have to do it again, for sure. And now we've got our shit mostly figured out. Kind of.
Yep. We're doing horror VR very soon.
The next one is horror VR, and I'm getting the kinks sorted on that. I don't know how. I'm getting there. I've got the I've got the trackpad walking set up. I've got the VR headset set up and the shoes. And I did it with my laptop. I'm rebuilding my PC because I'm having a lot of PC
You also need to
issues.
send me a link so I can order shoes for me to, if I ever use it.
Yeah. What size shoe do you wear?
13.
Not to put you on blast. Yeah, you don't have to put that out on the air if you don't want to. 13.
13.
Yeah.
Let me flex my shoe size on top of my
So
height
yeah,
a
I have
couple of
10
weeks
and a
ago.
half shoes. I wear more like an 11 and a half, but like they work enough for me. You know, it's like I kind of got what I got when I bought it because like I bought it used, you know, and that's what he had. And they fit me pretty well, so I've just rocked with that. But yeah, I think it's like $50 to pick some up. We may want to try it before you buy shoes for it because it like is not the best. I feel like I don't know, but I haven't spent enough time like locking in on it and optimizing it because I was reading about how you can like turn up this threshold for like erroneous like direction tracking or steps or something. And like I was having a problem where I would be walking straight and it's moving me at like a 75-degree angle, 80-degree angle. So it kind of made me feel kind of sick because it was like I was moving a little tangential. I guess I'm hand motioning.
Your
but, like,
body,
it was
you were walking forward to your body, but in the VR you were moving
like a
forward and to the left.
Yeah, so I had to keep turning. So I was like going in a circle physically to go straight because I had to keep like bumping over, you know. But I think there's a way to fix that. Again, I started having all these PC problems right when I was getting into it. So like,
Kind of kills the...
That's gonna make it that much scarier if I can't even walk.
yeah,
Just
there you
running
go.
into a wall.
The really scary thing is technical difficulties.
Yeah.
No. But the goal is to strap old Gavin up and get him in
Just
Resident
cut it
Evil
right
7.
Resident Evil 7. So Gavin was getting scared at the sewer part of Resident Evil 2, right?
Yeah,
Was that,
yeah. That scared me pretty good.
I like that. 'cause
Ryan and I are very desensitized to horror, and Gavin is not, which is probably a better favor in Gavin's.
Oh, for
Why there's
sure.
some mental synapses, things that we've broken at this point in us, I think.
See, the thing is, I love being scared. Like, I watch a ton of horror movies, and, like, most of what I read is horror. It's just, in a game, like, I have to be the one to choose to jump in and keep going. And, like, that is a wall for me, especially because I'm, like, I'm in the sewer, I'm low on ammo, I don't know where anything is,
world's
I don't
against
want to
me.
walk through there again,
Yeah.
like... It's all up to me to make it happen. So,
I get
anyways.
this like weird. I get almost the opposite reaction. Like when I'm like playing the game, it like I guess I get immersed in a movie and it's like life or death for that character. Whereas when I'm playing the game, it's like me controlling it, and I become very aware that it's all for fun. And I'm an
empath for my character, and I must help them survive.
yeah. I don't know. Like I
You're
just
like,
don't.
you don't care about your own self aware or your own self preservation.
Yeah, because I just
like,
get,
I'll just respawn.
Yeah, I get too aware of that. I mean, I've gotten scared. Honestly, Outlast was like really scary and like had me jumping for sure. But like with like Resident Evil 2, I didn't. Resident Evil 7, the beginning hour is like very scary.
Great.
It's honestly, I
Can't
remember
wait.
my jaw being like dropped for like a lot of it. Like
That's that game. A lot of people put in like their top, kind of towards the top of Resident Evil stuff, and I'm thankful for it and what it kind of did to like revitalize the franchise.
yeah.
But a game after like the first hour to 2 hours, I feel like does kind of just gradually go down a hill, not fall off a cliff. But it's one of those things. It's easy to look back at it like with rose-tinted glasses because that opening and intro to that game is so good.
Right.
Such a good like first 2 hour.
So is it worth playing the flat version?
Yeah, I didn't. I ended up playing through the first section in VR, and then I just shifted because I did it through the PlayStation VR.
Okay.
and I just shifted to playing it vanilla after that, and that was more because like that was the early aughts of VR from a console perspective. Well, in general, honestly, where every time you turn, you can only turn in like 45 degrees. You couldn't just turn. And so I was just like, and it was more annoying than it. Luckily, I don't get like very queasy with that kind of shit. But
Yeah.
I know that was what an issue for a lot of people was getting like the seasickness, car sickness kind of feeling.
I get relatively queasy. That was what the whole treadmill was supposed to try to help with. But like, I think it'll be cool. I think it'll be a really cool experience for you to play it on the treadmill.
I'm so
But
excited.
I mean, honestly,
Welcome
I'm saving
to the family, son.
I'm saving it for myself too because I've only played like the first 2 hours, and I think it'd be really fun to play it and 8 on the treadmill
Have you-
thing.
Have you finished even the first boss?
Yeah,
Have you finished the second boss?
Let's see. I've gotten
the other house essentially.
Yeah, yes.
Bugs.
No.
Then no. Okay.
No. Okay. I've gotten out
then
of.
I know.
I got
I
out
know
of
why
the
you're
first
confused.
house.
Then okay.
I think I got out of the first house and then maybe another 30 minutes after that.
Okay.
So not super far.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I'm kind of saving it for myself too, because like I really want to play 7 and 8. Very excited to play them, but it's like I have this whole VR setup with the walking pad and everything. It's like I feel like I got to put it to use.
You can do this next level version of it.
Yeah.
Instead of just sitting at a TV.
For sure. I don't know. It seems fun, but we're gonna get Gavin on it. It's gonna be awesome.
Right. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
So Gavin, you're chomping at the bit over some news that's kind of exciting. There's kind of some good stuff, I don't know if chomping at the bit because you have like kind of some love lost for Bethesda, right?
Oh, you're talking about the Fallout thing. Oh, yeah. It's one of those things, right, where I love some of their older games, and then Fallout 4 didn't really do it for me. Starfield I never played, but I can tell it's not my thing. And then 76 is, I don't need to say anything about that one. Yeah, so I don't know, man. I'm like, just because they have... So, anyways, the context here is that recently, this week, Fallout, or Bethesda, I guess, just did the kind of break glass if emergency situation and announced that Fallout 5's in pre-production. They're working on remasters or remakes, unclear, for both New Vegas and 3. And then we also know that Obsidian is apparently working with the Fallout IP on another game, which is not New Vegas remastered.
And then we're talking about new stuff still coming to ESO, Elder Scrolls Online, still working.
Okay. But
Elder Scrolls 6
what about 6?
That should be their next proper
That
game.
will come before 5?
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Okay.
said yes.
I would be so pissed if they sideline Elder Scrolls. But then
oh
again,
my gosh, they have to. Please, just make Elder Scrolls
The craziest
6.
thing here, and people have said it ad nauseum, is the fact to have such a successful TV show and not fuck all.
I know they should have dropped the
with it.
remaster right when it came out. Like
Oh
the
my
TV
gosh,
show was
can
so
you imagine?
I do know if you've looked at you looked at the development on 3 and 4, those are some of the most bubblegum and prayer held together games with the things they've done to make them work. That I think whoever is doing the porting / remastering is probably having to work even harder than they had to do
That's
for Oblivion.
the thing. I'm worried they're not even going to fix it. Like the New Vegas bug list is literally hundreds of bugs, and like 3 to this day still has a bug that a lot of people have experienced where your save file can just get corrupted and you just lose it. It's just like they're game-breaking bugs.
I mean, if they use the same company that did the Oblivion thing, they kept most of the bugs and exploits.
Yeah, they didn't change the source.
That didn't screw the players over, but they kept the fun ones that players could abuse. Like they kind of just kept the mantra of like, if it's there, if you want to abuse it and like alter your experience. Like you had mentioned, climbing floating items. I can't confirm, but I wouldn't be shocked if that's still in it. Just because like if you want to do that, they're like whatever, but you don't want to wake up and have played all night and then your save's corrupted arbitrarily, right? And then your playtime's over. They tried to fix that stuff.
It's crazy that it is 2026 and we're over here worried about there being bugs in a game that is 15 plus years old, right? That's being remade by, or at least is the property of like one of the most I don't know, successful or acclaimed gaming companies. It is crazy how much like of the past we have given them, or at least as a community.
They've gotten big passes.
Like
I've always thought that too.
And I was thinking about like how much Bethesda have underproduced, and that's probably why they're making this announcement, because Microsoft's firing everybody. And I was like, okay, so Skyrim came out about the same time as Dark Souls 1.
2011, 11.
And so since then, what have they shipped? They had Fallout 4, Starfield, 76. Am I missing anything?
And then 14 different ports of Elder Scrolls.
14 different
of
ports.
Skyrim.
And maybe ESO.
Fallout Shelter and Blades, right?
So we're thinking like maybe 4 games.
Yeah, the phone game thing.
And FromSoft has done Dark Souls 2, 3, Bloodborne, Sekiro, Elden Ring, Armored Core 6.
That's great.
DLCs
with
for all.
amazing DLCs for all of them.
Like substantial DLCs for all of them, yeah.
And I'm just like, wow.
At the same time, like... Well,
and Night Rain.
Yeah, that's
there's
true.
the weird thing, like, there's a lot of optional side content and exploration in the Bethesda games, and storylines and threads and beats to follow. I don't know. I still think we give them far too much of a pass. Like I 100% believe that. At the same time, when I talk about like shoestrings and hopes, they couldn't figure out in Fallout 3 or New Vegas, I can't remember, how to make the tram actually work.
Yeah.
This became a big news article.
What is this?
It's Fallout 3.
It's 3. Yeah.
They couldn't figure out how to make an actual like the train, which they have like just train parts
Like
in
the
game.
subway?
Yeah,
in
like
3?
When you like
it
ride
worked.
a train, like it's like moves, like is the thing, right?
Yeah, they couldn't
figure
figure out how to make
move?
it work normal, so they took the train and put it on the head of an NPC. And when you ride the tram, under the game is an NPC walking
that's
with
not
a
true.
train as a head.
No, there's no way that's true.
that you're inside of.
That's insane.
So like that's the
That
kind of
is
stuff
insane.
that it does nothing for. Yeah, Ryan's pulling up a
That's
picture to
like-
show
that's
Gavin. It's train head man.
Wait. Where's the guy's head?
It's the train
train
car.
is
The
the
train
head.
is his head.
Yeah.
Oh my god. This is like my first Unity project. Like, oh my god.
They were already a pretty acclaimed studio by that, right? So
I wish they would just sell the IP. I mean I don't want anyone to lose their jobs, but it's like,
Ubisoft buys Fallout.
Yeah,
You don't
good
want that
point.
to happen.
Yeah, who would you sell it to? There's really well,
some hungry up and
CD
coming
Projekt?
developer.
I don't
yeah.
know. I
ooh,
mean-
CD Projekt would go crazy.
Like,
That'd be sick.
But The Witcher 3 had some bugs, not to the Bethesda level, but their last outing definitely
Cyberpunk.
I've gotten really into Elder Scrolls lore with like the D&D campaign we play that's in there. I would like to see the Elder Scrolls world from a different publisher, like a different dev company would be cool. Like with the Elder
like Varian or something.
Oh my god.
my god! Don't even start,
Give
dude.
Larian
That
just-
would go crazy. Oh my!
Let them do a Larian story in the Elder Scrolls
All right,
world,
well,
though.
you picked
Yep.
my pick for me.
The
That's
turn-based.
crazy.
Yeah, that would be cool.
That would be cool. I mean, even with The Witcher, I guess like they did have bugs, but like the depth of storytelling and the depth of like the side quests and stuff is different than like what you.
I
see
mean, I
in
feel like
Elder
their
Scroll games.
depth of storytelling and side story content is far better than anything Bethesda's ever produced.
for sure.
With
It's
like
weird
their
'cause,
writing
like,
and stuff.
Bethesda like almost puts out like a framework for a world, and then people like
then the
mod
modders
it
make
and
a game.
stuff, and like fix the bugs, and I don't know. It's like
Yeah.
because they do make a good world, or
That's their thing.
yeah, like
It's the best world building in
But-
the business.
Here's the other thing in the room. Bethesda didn't create Fallout and Elder Scrolls. Right?
I didn't realize they didn't create Elder Scrolls. I think I knew that
I
with
knew
Fallout.
they didn't Fallout
Stuff,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure both were created elsewhere. Fallout for
'Cause
sure.
didn't they make? I mean, they made like Morrowind and Daggerfall.
Elder Scrolls has a weird history pre Daggerfall, I think, because they're like Daggerfall is Elder Scrolls 2.
I think so. Yeah.
I don't remember. I don't know. I've watched I've listened to like an 8-hour history of CRPGs YouTube essay at some point that I feel like covered this,
it's
but
deep in there somewhere.
yeah, but that one ear
Okay,
out
no,
the
I'm
other.
just talking
didn't-
like an asshole. Elder Scrolls is theirs.
Okay, it is.
Fallout's definitely not. We
So,
all kind of know that, right?
yeah.
Which is why there was like the big tonal shift of like even what those games kind of were for those.
The thing is, the combat in Skyrim and really all of the Elder Scrolls game is not that good.
It's pretty bad.
It's kind of bad. Like you're
Yeah.
like, if you really want, like if you crank up the difficulty, everything hits really hard, and so you just pause it, drink a bunch of potions, resume.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing less engaging than that gameplay loop. I don't know, man.
It is pretty bad. I don't. It's kind of weird, like how they have so much magical like energy to that world in Skyrim, and like what is it that makes the game? Because it's not the combat, it's a buggy game. It's not polished. The story is not really. A lot of people don't play the main story.
The main quest is just fine.
Yeah, like so. I guess it's just the freedom, right?
And the factions,
the factions,
just that
like-
wandering into the Dark Brotherhood, or like like killing someone and then being like, oh hey, we know,
we know, yeah.
the factions in the world. I mean, yeah, I think that's it. But we are also in like a post Elden Ring universe, so I think like world building, like they're not necessarily going to stay on top in that respect. But as far as the factions go, I can't think of any game that I've played that has done it better than like New Vegas, for example.
New Vegas, yeah, is the one, but that's Obsidian, right?
That's fair. But it is
And
Obsidian.
I guess that's the other thing. that they're to pull out is we talked actually just recently about how there was kind of bad blood between Obsidian and Bethesda for years, and so that's why we never got another Obsidian Fallout game. They Bethesda screwed them over on some bonuses and essentially got mad because everybody kind of there's a pretty hard split of like Fallout 3 or New Vegas being your favorite, and I'm a 3 guy. I definitely applaud a lot. I love New Vegas as well, and I know like Iron Sights and some of the gameplay stuff definitely we need in 3, but
it's very interesting because it is a big split. Everybody who has an opinion, and it's a hard opinion on 3
essentially
or New
the
Vegas.
first one you played too is how I feel
it's
about
not
it.
though. I played 3 first, and I like New Vegas more.
I mean there are people who like New Vegas more, and there are people who are wrong, and it's fine.
3 had the vibes for sure. 3 had like the thematic world of DC I like a lot, or post-apocalyptic DC, but the factions of New Vegas and like how it all ties together, the systems at play, it's all very cool. I don't know, hard to beat.
Speaking of 3, and New Vegas for that matter, did you guys finish season 2 of Fallout? I think we just talked about it, Ryan. You haven't finished it.
I haven't finished it yet, and I keep meaning to.
No spoilers.
I love season 1.
Have you finished it, Matt? That like schematic that that he looks at the end. I'm like, oh,
dude, I lost
my wife was like, what is it? What is it? I'm like, you just gotta wait.
There's a buddy of mine who doesn't really watch TV or video game stuff, and when that happened, I called him and I said I will not play another game, be in another party chat with you until you start this fucking show and watch it, and I mean it, because that's how anti like watching just TV in general he is, and Bethesda is his favorite developer. The Elder Scrolls is his favorite series, and then Fallout is like up in his top like 5 for his whole life kind of deal.
Get after it,
and so he was obviously kind of gun shy, and you can never really believe a lot of hype on TV shows.
You really hold your friendship hostage, eh?
Yeah, I really did on that because I knew how much
I need that energy in my life. Can you threaten me with something to make me watch it? Because I really have been meaning to watch it.
I knew how much. The guy for over 20 years. They're gonna like something, pretty well.
That's fair.
Even if he does try to do hipster shit, where it's like you'll like this, and he'll watch it, be like, it was all right, and then like a year later, he's like, oh yeah, I loved that. And I'm like, yeah, you fucking bitch.
It's because you put him on to it.
Yeah, he does that shit. Oh, that makes me so mad when people do that. Don't. If you ever want to piss me off, do that right now. Or if like something's really popular, like there's people who tried to try to shit on Expedition 33 and just like completely shit on it. I'm like, I will literally give you paper cuts between all your fingers and toes and squirt it with lemon juice if you keep talking this shit.
Man, but that's a crazy take. Yeah, Expedition 33 was something else, man. I don't know.
It doesn't have to be a magnum, like a masterpiece to you, but to like just diss its name, crazy.
But it kind of is a masterpiece, though. Let's be honest here.
I don't know, man. It was so good. It was crazy.
True.
But there's always the haters, for sure.
But all that to say, now Microsoft owns Obsidian and Bethesda, and it took them 7 years? Like 7 years, 5 years to finally be like, hey, we don't give a shit about your pissy little fight.
Yeah,
sorry, Obsidian, we're canceling Avowed 2 and all this other shit you're working on. We're in like crunch mode. Like we need games and we need players. Bethesda, shut the fuck up. Obsidian, you're making a Fallout game now, and it's probably going to be New Vegas 2 or some kind of flavor of something like that. I don't think they're going to be the ones making the remake of New Vegas. I don't think they would. I think that would be a waste of the talent that is there at the studio.
I'm sorry, guys. I really want to continue this conversation, but I gotta pee so bad.
Oh.
I could pee.
All right. Thanks. I could pee.
You can keep the mics rolling.
I mean, yeah, that is true. We can
we could just keep talking. Yeah, it's fun. It's Backlog After Dark, buddy. I don't know. It might be the new format. I feel like we're rolling right now. It's been good.
We are just kind of firing on all cylinders, but I don't think. I mean, it sucks that adults are children and couldn't be like, oh yeah, no, the fans really want a Fallout from both of these companies.
But
that's true. Now Microsoft's having to like strong arm and just make a decision for them, which is also makes a lot of the leadership of those places look stupid.
Honestly, what looks stupid?
Waiting and it not happening until Microsoft steps in and forces it makes the other companies look stupid.
I thought we were going to fall into like a lockstep rhythm, kind of like a Call of Duty Treyarch Infinity Ward situation where they were just going to keep going back and forth, and I was cool with that because like I like Fallout 3. Just as much, not just as much, but I like it a lot, and I think like they could definitely. I don't know. It's hard. I do love Obsidian. I'm kind of like a fanboy, I guess. But like I like Fallout 3, so like I could see it going both ways. You know, I thought it was going to be like an alternating situation.
Yeah, I think it should have been, and I think. Yeah, I mean, it just sounds like Bethesda.
So Bethesda made Fallout 4. So I mean, I guess we should have just had Obsidian. It's weird because Fallout.
You can let Bethesda make your main numbered entries, the core main ones, but it's one of those things, and again, it's the same thing with Elder Scrolls lore. There are millions of people that exist in these universes, so there's millions of stories to tell.
Yeah, right. So you could have Obsidian making another one too, right? Like a separate thing.
You can Obsidian can make one set in freaking
Yeah.
Rhode Island.
Yeah.
That's probably not on the short list for the next Fallout.
I mean, you could have it in the same. You could have it in the same locations that have been already shown, but with different storylines or something.
And then Bethesda can do 5 and 6 and 7 and 69 and 420 and all that shit. And then Obsidian can just keep doing like very geographical, like specialized locations and make sure, hey, what are you guys thinking for 6? Oh, we were going to do Alaska. All right, well, then we'll go to, like I said, New Hampshire. And we'll get fucking Fallout New Hampshire, but it's Obsidian's game. And that sounds kind of dumb saying it out loud just because New Hampshire is kind of a stupid fucking name for a state. Shout out New Hampshire.
Shout out New Hampshire.
But
a bunch of idiots. dumb state name.
Are we talking about them Obsidian and Bethesda alternating?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so just like that's what he had hoped like back in the day when you're thinking Fallout 3 and then we got New Vegas and then
we have the good ones made by Obsidian,
Yeah.
What's your dream Fallout location?
Mine?
Yeah.
Ooh, I will say Australia is up there because of all the shit that already wants to kill you without nuclear fallout happening to it.
Oh, dude. Irradiated kangaroos and shit.
Spiders as big as houses.
Yeah, let's go.
No, they're already that big. Spiders as big as cities.
That'd be pretty cool.
That's up there. And then I think something with like rainforests would be real cool.
It'd be kind of terrifying, yeah. Or just in general like a more tropical...
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Appalachia was a cool idea, but then it was kind of wasted on 76.
That's the thing that does make me mad. They aren't going. I don't think Appalachia is going to be back on the menu, right, for a non-online game because some of the creatures and stuff in that are pretty cool, and like they leaned into the cryptid stuff a lot because like Mothman and all that stuff.
Oh,
is in it.
Yeah. See, that's cool. I love cryptid stuff. Like I don't believe in any of it, but I love.
There's Wendigos are in it. Mothman.
Yes,
I think a couple others. I don't know if Bigfoot, but he's, I think everywhere has Bigfoot. Every area of the U.S., but I definitely want him to globetrot outside of the U.S., too.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see the perspective, because is it understood in the universe that it's just mutually assured nuclear destruction, or is it specifically U.S., China?
I think it's understood that it became mutually.
Okay.
After it just got out of hand and like people were just like, well, fire the missiles.
Just send it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
So there's also probably places you would never touch because they've experienced stuff like that before, so you just don't want to have bad taste.
You don't want Fallout Hiroshima?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Don't know if we're going to touch
neither.
that.
But that's the thing, right? Like, what is Obsidian going to do? Because I don't feel like New Vegas 2 makes any sense. Like, there can't be a canonical ending. That's like the whole point is that you get to choose.
No, I think it's a unique story in a different state or location, and I think it's literally called Fallout location.
I thought there was a canonical ending of Fallout New Vegas. Is there not?
I don't know.
I don't know which one it is, but I thought there was.
You think it's like the NCR ending?
I almost think it's the Mr. House ending, but I think NCR would make more sense probably, so I don't know. I'm not really sure.
I never did the house playthrough. I loved the Yes Man, like, do your own playthrough. That was so much fun.
But
yeah, we'll see.
It will be interesting. It was a lot of that like update that they wrote. I was like, all right, you guys really overwrote this shit. Like, this is... Like you're looking kind of desperate.
All the news that just came out.
That they dropped. I mean, it's because they still do press release format, but we're in a social media world, right?
Yeah.
So, like, to see an update, like I saw an update, and it, like, pinged me. They're, like, one of the companies to get a notification from. And I was like, oh, let me read this. And I was, like, scrolling through this. Like, I was like, Jesus Christ, guys.
We're going to be, like, approaching retirement. We're going to be like, It's now further from the announcement of Fallout 5 than it was the announcement of Fallout 4.
So yeah, here's the thing. Fallout 4, where we all land with that?
I haven't played a lot of it, honestly. I gave up on it. It didn't grasp me. I don't know what it is about it. I really don't like the dialogue tree the way it is. Like, I just didn't get immersed in the world.
Because it's notoriously bad for the dialogue tree being, it says something and you select it and your character doesn't say the thing you select, right?
Your answers are like yes, no, sarcasm, funny. It's like gives you like one word, descriptions or short descriptions, and then you pick something. Whereas in the old games, it was like your character didn't have a voice, and you just picked a long option that was like what you were saying.
And at the end, it had like what of your perks or whatever, like leaned towards charisma or intimidation
or whatever. And I just liked it a lot more. But like, I don't know. I honestly I don't know that I can blame Fallout 4 because I have friends who like it a lot. But like, I just didn't. I kind of keep meaning to circle back, but every time I play it, I get all the way to that first town where you fight the death claw with the big power armor, and I don't like the way they did the power armor. I don't love like the cells and like that you get power armor immediately, but it kind of sucks and you have to like upgrade it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't gel with it for some reason. But
Gavin, what say ye?
I really, really didn't like Fallout 4. I hate to be that guy because I was so hyped for it, man. But it's basically all the things you're saying. The factions weren't convincing to me.
Oh yeah.
The Institute is just like comically evil, and then you have like the Railroad, who's like, okay, this is like a cool principle. Like, yeah, like maybe synths like deserve to be treated as, but they just do it in like the kind of stupidest way possible. Like, it's not realistic. And the Brotherhood, oh my god! Like we've gone from like they're this like isolationist, technocratic, maybe like vaguely racist faction to they're just like downright like complete idiots, a parody of themselves. So I don't know, man. I was not a big fan. I felt like it was just like it was like silly and whimsical in a way that did not fit the tone. All the stuff with Preston Garvey and like, oh, you're now the commander or whatever of this faction, and now you get power armor right out the gate, like you're saying. It didn't land for me. I don't know. What about you, Matt?
I'm more positive on it than you two, but I'm not like a purist of it. So story's all right. I think that like the twist was cool, but it kind of gets long on the tooth, so that's kind of becomes predictable of what ends up happening. Like I do like the whole like searching for your kid and like what happens in the setup in the beginning.
Yeah, it's a cool setup for sure.
Yeah, I think just like getting out of the vault and stuff feels very like Fallout. Obviously, the push forward in like gameplay mechanics from like the gunplay and VATs and all that stuff is just in the right direction, but that's just because you go so long between the entries, like it's gonna adapt properly in a lot of ways. Like I hate forced management of like towns and all of that stuff, so all of that shit was a huge turnoff for me. I hate managing the people at my town and setting the towns up. You have to like do it as an introductory, but you do get a lot of bonus from doing it. And there's just like they want you to do it like at every settlement. Yeah. There's some kind of management thing to do. It's again not forced, but it's just like you wasted so much development time putting this crap in here.
Well, it's also kind of immersion breaking, right? Because like you're looking for your son.
Yeah,
he's really out there somewhere, but you got to go help another settlement, man.
The factions are just kind of like lame. I don't know. I don't really. I'm not like in love with any faction. Kind of like so. What your point is, Gavin? I go back and forth on from a player perspective and the way I feel in my heart hate the power armor change. Knowing what power armor is, it makes sense to me, though, is the problem with it.
Yeah, it does make sense that it has to be powered in like a...
it's got to be fed power and is this giant, like, robotic, more like of a mech suit versus, like, Fallout 3, it's just like an armor
You just put it on and wear it all the time.
It's just like...
I kind of liked that, but I get what you mean. I don't know. It's just annoying, though.
But remind me,
because they've always been a spin... From my understanding and everything I've ever seen of like old Fallout and Brotherhood of Steel, they very much have been kind of portrayed that armor and stuff as like the Space Marines in Warhammer 40K, which is big hulking armor, not just a fucking shirt you put on, right? So like I kind of get it from that, but I do hate meticulous management of resources just to use things, which is funny because I mean there's ammo for bullets, right? But
there's something about the consumable nature of the power armor cells that really turns me off. Like I know you get enough later on, it's fine, but like I just won't ever use it. Like I don't know.
It's the same thing of like for JRPG players, right? You get 15 elixirs in the game, and you end the game with 15 elixirs in your inventory, right?
It is kind of crazy to me that I didn't like Fallout 4 more because I kind of love the idea of the gun crafting system with like all the separate like you upgrade the barrel versus the trigger and the stock and like you make your gun your own. I really didn't like all the pipe guns and they all sucked and they were terrible and like
it's that thing of like Fallout where like the top tier shit still looks like shit because it's in a post-apocalyptic world.
Right.
It's not like you're gonna have a fancy, smooth, nice, clean, 9.2 FS Beretta.
Sure.
By the time you've pimped out your pistol.
Yes
but you did in New Vegas.
But you did. I mean, like, those guns would still be there, like, around, right? Like,
you have, like, the laser cannons and pulse rifles or the Fat Man from Fallout 3.
Yeah. But, yeah, so I don't know. I don't hate it. I've spent a lot of time with it. But I don't... It's not in... I mean, it doesn't even hold a candle to Fallout 3 or New Vegas. Hell, and in some ways, I even had more fun with 76, but I did play a lot of that with a buddy, even in its jank state.
Yeah, 76 is supposed to be good now, though, right? It's
I
supposed
think
to be
good's
like,
maybe a generous way to put it.
Is it? I feel like I've heard like it's come a long. It's almost like maybe not a full No Man's Sky situation, but like really turned it around. Like from what I've heard, I don't know though.
Yeah, I haven't touched it in several years. I played a lot at launch. Played it about 3 years after launch. And then, it was just like my game would always crash before I could even launch. Like, launching a nuke is like a part of that and like an experience of that story. And like every time I would be like in the area waiting out the countdown and the game would just like crash and the whole mission would be over. And that has happened to me every time I've tried to do it. I don't know what the issue is.
That sucks.
And I'm not restarting a game like that from scratch with a new character to try and fix or get the rot out of my save, man. Right? Because I always call it like they've got the worst save rot. They'll fix a bug, but it doesn't fix every bug. Or if something weird happened because of your bug to some other piece of your game, then there's abscess like
it's all intertwined.
It, right? And so it's a whole thing.
But 76 has 0 NPCs, right? And this was like one of the big criticisms.
I think around year like 4 or 5, they actually did like
I think they have
other vaults opened, and now there are NPCs everywhere. I'm like, so there are NPCs.
Oh, so they straight up like changed the story?
Yeah. Because everybody was so mad about the no NPCs.
Everybody's like, what the fuck?
Because when it released, there was not an NPC in the game. Yeah. It was just notes.
The only NPCs were some of the Mr. Handy robots here and there.
Okay, but it's still got the online element where you can come across other people and
but you can also
be
like
friendly or not.
But you can set your shit to like essentially where people can see you like run by, but they can't do anything to you.
Yeah, it's not like a survival game like some DayZ or something.
I feel like there was some griefing back
when it launched. But there were some issues with that.
Was there? I thought you could always like opt out on that.
I think there were some weird issues with like even being able to do certain things if you weren't on like the fully more survival. And now it's a mutual agreement. Like you have to shoot me or do something to me, and I have to accept or return what you've done to me to then engage in like a combat scenario against each other. So now you will still run into the last time I played it again multiple years ago, the person who just like will just follow you around constantly trying to like get you to do that stuff, and they're just like an annoying it's literally like a gnat in a video game.
It's crazy.
Like insanity. But I think also now you can set up private worlds and invite people to them, and they don't have it locked behind their Fallout First paid bullshit that they also have in that game. So I could fire up a world and like invite you guys if you had it to.
That's pretty cool.
That sounds kind of fun. I don't know.
I would play it. I bought it on like day one, so like I've had it this whole time.
Well, I've got a console, but I think it does have cross.
Did you buy it on PC, Ryan?
That's definitely a game you would have bought on PC, right?
I don't know. I think I actually may have bought it on a PlayStation. I don't know 100% though. I'm not sure. I may have bought it on PC.
There's some good, and like I do kind of feel like I like it, still like it better than Fallout 4. But I don't know. And then the other part for me is my wife played a lot of Fallout 4. She got into it. She's never played a game like that, and actually has played.
That's cool.
Nice.
Probably over 100 hours of it. She just likes wandering around and discovering locations. And I think XP and the ping make her brain go brr. Yeah. And so does. She likes like designing towns and houses and stuff. I need to get a house flipper for her.
I kind of, I will admit to, like, I almost fell into the trap of the community building because I love that type of game, and, like, I started playing it in Fallout 4 and did too much in that first settlement, and I burned myself out on Fallout 4.
The gas station one?
Yeah. But, like, I don't know, I like crafting games, building up a base, but, like, it just doesn't work in Fallout 4 for me. It, like, took me out of Fallout 4 so much that I was like, why? I can just go play something else. I don't know.
I know. I will say it's worth like a half hour on YouTube to look at the creations that people have made in 76 and Fallout 4. It's bananas, some of the shit people have made.
Yeah, you think your base is cool, and then you look online.
Yeah, it is the definition of that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll see. Them just now saying anything about Fallout 3 and the New Vegas remasters does make me think they're further off than I had hoped. I had kind of hoped we were going to get them within a year or two of the Oblivion.
Yeah, but they shadow dropped Oblivion.
That's true.
That's true.
So
they were
it
sneaky.
could be the same thing. I don't know why, because you would think that they would do well to market it for a little while.
Yeah, but maybe they were also waiting for Oblivion to be done before they trusted the company to work on another thing, whatever that third-party company was that they let do that. Or maybe Bethesda was being Bethesda about it and being like, no, this is ours.
Just the idea of contracting out these remasters scares me, though, because it's like that's a fixed contract, and then like there's very limited, if not zero, support. Like, for example, there are still important bugs in Demon Souls Remastered that like will never get touched and wouldn't have even gotten touched 2 months after launch, because that's how long Blue Point had to work on it. Like, after that, it was like hands off. And I'm just worried that the same thing will happen with New Vegas and 3. I know people have like said that the Oblivion remaster looks good, but the performance is terrible, and it's just never gonna get fixed. At least that's what people said on PC. I don't know. I haven't played it.
The performance, from my experience, it was like it definitely like it was a resource hog. You know, it was not optimized. It felt like I thought, but on like PC, but like.
Buddy played through it on PlayStation, but again, he's such a fan of anything of that comes out of Bethesda related stuff that he just likes it by default. It's hard for him to talk ill of it.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think it's just unoptimized. Because it runs on PlayStation, it runs on regular hardware. It's like you can't even boot it on like a ROG Ally or like even nowhere near a Steam Deck level or anything. Like, that's expected.
You can't boot it on a ROG Ally? Why is that expected?
Maybe you can boot it, but it does not play very well, like at all. Like,
that's kind of crazy though. Like, you can play Cyberpunk on a Steam Deck. Well,
yeah, that's kind of the deal.
And a Switch for that matter.
I bet that's because it's shifted to Unreal, right? Is what they did it in.
Maybe
Unreal.
They may again. 4. I don't know if they worked on it, but I tried playing it on the ROG Ally when it came out, and it was like pretty rough, and like not even from like where I'm a baby, about less than 120 frames or whatever. But like it was like pretty rough.
Yeah. So
at the same time, I've beat the Demon Souls remake like 15 times. I don't know what game breaking.
The bugs I'm talking about are mostly PvP related.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah,
I'm not a scumbag.
It is a built-in feature of the game. Thank you very much. And also, I do think they got rid of the thing where you could, or no, maybe you still can. You can soul suck people. Like, you can literally like. There's
Tell me more about this.
There's a never been sucked. There's a spell that de-levels people.
Well, I know the final. I know the final boss has it, and you can. Was it a spell you could get after beating?
True King a lot, but no, you could use it in PvP. Like, you could do some terrible shit in Demon Souls PvP. You could break people's equipment with certain spells and gear. You could de-level them. Which, fun fact, like, getting de-leveled is still one of the meta ways to build your character. Like, if you really care about min-maxing, you can, like, as a starting character, you can get de-leveled, get, like, your trash stats removed, and then level up, like, only, like, the actual stats that you want.
That's crazy.
Fun fact. But in any case, there are still game-breaking bugs in PvP. It's why nobody really plays the Demon Souls PvP. Yeah.
Interesting.
If your equipment gets broken, can you fix it, or is it like
You
broken,
can, but it's
broken?
like it is so expensive for a new player. Like
Okay,
it's
gotcha.
like it's at that point like you might as well just restart the game.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But that was in the original. Like that's not a bug. That's a feature.
Yeah. Inauthentic if you took that out.
Yeah.
We could also have another conversation about. I do think we let FromSoftware pass on some things from like bugs and features, and try to say things are bugs that are features that aren't, and stuff like that here and there.
What?
And just like one, I don't think people are holding their feet to the fire enough on their shitty network connections and code and net code and all of it. It's all fucking ass and.
It's peer to peer,
Dookie
right?
and
And is that the problem? I don't know enough about networking.
I don't either.
But I don't think they're
know.
like servers.
I think you're the PvP expert on the FromSoftware. I don't really engage with it much either.
I think it's one of those things where you get so used to it that like once you understand the way the netcode works, it doesn't feel bad. But I can understand like why it looks bad when you're just starting, especially the older games like Dark Souls 1. You can be like, why did that guy just teleport backstab me?
Yeah,
but
I was gonna say at the same time though, I could say, well, you get used to looking at 30 frames per second after 30 minutes, and
No, for
then
sure.
that's that, right? Like
Netcode's kind of weird though, because like it's like different. Like it's like a different feeling than that. I feel like it's more like
it seems to be a true, real. I've never tried netcode development. I know networking and network engineering at its core really well, but not.
Yeah, I don't
the
know.
netcode
like,
piece. Been like there's rollback netcode is like the thing
Yeah.
you essentially have to be a successful fighting game because of how the precision works within like a fighting game, right?
Yeah, that's the
Right.
thing, and I don't think From puts that in their games.
No, but it's debatable on if that's the type of netcode they need
Yeah.
for what like what you expect from like a PvP situation, right? Instead of like overcoming their jank
No,
or
they just need to get
or-
rid of all the hand-holding bullshit that's in the new games and like let us invade solo hosts, like get rid of 4-player limits, bring back covenants, man. I'm so mad about the Elden Ring PvP.
Elden Ring
'cause
PvP is frustrating.
it totally killed it for me.
Because like I don't even like I was never like an invader or really got into the PvP, but like I liked getting invaded and getting pissed off because like it's part of the
Right? It's
game.
like
I don't know.
the
I kind
balancing
of do
built
like
in.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it's part of it. You know, you got to fight through that and get mad. I don't know.
Yeah, you can't. A solo person can turn on to be invaded, right?
You have to use a taunter's tongue, which
Yeah.
is one of those like, why would you ever do it? Because it means 2 people can invade you, and like, nobody
Yeah.
does it. And then it's not an invasion anymore; it is somebody inviting
It's
you.
essentially
You know
a
what I mean?
challenge.
Like
Yeah, I
the whole point
challenge
of an
somebody to
invasion is like, oh shit, I've got a bunch of souls on me. I'm in the middle of a level. Like I got to fight this guy
Right.
off.
You're
like, what am I
let me
going
try
to do?
to-
this jerk in my room.
Exactly.
Get as close to a bonfire as I can, so when I do die, if he kills me, I'm right there. I can just
Yeah.
pick my shit back up.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The strategic
So,
part of it.
Not to
But-
mention how much seamless co-op mod just completely destroyed the online community. Like most people are playing seamless co-op like by themselves as opposed to like on the public servers, right?
Interesting.
So those people can't be invaded. They can't interact with literally anybody else. So
Oh,
I never thought about that. I mean, I like that the seamless co-op
seamless
mod
co-op would have
exists.
been nice
but
though, from
that's-
the perspective of I played through like as far as like playing through with my buddy.
I'd like to play
But I
through
would
with
still
a friend.
want
Seems
invaders
fun,
to be in there,
man.
right?
Yeah. All right, so on the not hate, but on giving FromSoft too much of a pass, I don't know if you guys will even agree. I'm not sure, but I do not like the way the NPC quests work and how they just disappear and you can't do it. It's like you can't do them unless you look it up and know where they're going to be and what to do. Like I don't like it.
I think it depends on
I
which
will give
quest.
you-
Yeah,
All
some
of
of them.
All of them. Get rid of it all. I hate it.
I have
Like,
never met a person, and I don't think I would believe them, that said, I've done every quest in any of the Souls games, and I did it all, figured it all myself. I never looked anything up. I don't even know if Vadi's
Yeah.
doing that.
I'm just saying. I agree with you for sure because I think that's impossible. Like,
So
honestly,
I do
but
think there should be not waypoints.
it should be exactly what Liza P did, or a toggle option for that, where there's a little head bobble on the fast travel point, and it's like shows
Maybe
that
I
there's
should go have some conversation.
yeah.
until-
That you can go talk to him now
and
because you triggered something.
Elden Ring got the update.
Yeah.
About 6 months in. Not even that
showed
far,
NPC
actually.
positions
that
on
was
the map,
that was supposed
which was already too much.
But you had to find them first.
You had to have talked to them, yeah.
For that to happen. So you had to organically discover an NPC. And then most of the times they did tell you they were going to X location next. Some of them kind of didn't. I specifically think Henrietta doesn't really tell you where she's heading next when you're talking to her. Huh?
Shabiri Grape Chick?
Yeah.
Yeah, Hayata.
Okay. So there's stuff like that, but that apparently that feature they had planned for that to be in the game at launch, and they messed up.
Well, there were like literal quests that weren't finished at launch.
Yeah.
So, you can say what you want about FromSoftware. Like that's definitely they kind of screwed the pooch there. I see what you're saying. I don't know. Like the idea of having the thing on the UI is too intrusive for me. Maybe like a journal where you could be like, I spoke to such and such and such.
I could get down with a journal. Yeah.
Something that's like very much optional. Like
an adventurer would keep some notes somehow.
Yeah.
Rather than,
I guess, I guess I get it. I was keeping like a physical journal in real life because of like, I was like, I need to keep up with this and it's going to be fun to like try to track it. And like, you don't get that with other games because you have the UI helping you, So like,
yeah.
I don't know. I could see it both ways. You don't want it intrusive, but I just don't. I don't know. I'm too dumb for it. I
am I truly do feel like the community is important, but to not be able to just start the game that I own and figure I guess you could if you just commit to that game and nothing else for hundreds of hours, and by happenstance and luck and reading every single insignificant item description and being able to like comprehend it. I mean, I have pretty high reading comprehension, but
you're not owed every bit of content. Like, it's up to you to figure it out. It's like saying that I should be able to like press a button to kill the boss because I paid for this game. Like, no, like you're not entitled to that. Like, it's in the game if you want to search for it, if you want to find it, but you don't have to. That's the beauty of like New Game Plus and all that. And like, I've not figured out all the games, all the quest blind. Like, I have absolutely looked stuff up, but at the same time, like doing Ryan's quest, for example, in Elden Ring blind and figuring that out and like spending time, like Ryan's saying, like taking notes and like going back and forth between locations. That was like one of my big highlights of New Game Elden Ring,
That's cool that you did that. That quest specifically is like I will never be able to do that quest without looking it up. Like I would have never done that, and it's just a me problem, honestly. Because like if you hadn't just said that so authentically, I'm like nobody could ever do that quest like just straight up. Like I don't know, I just don't. But I don't play the games.
Well, I think it helps having played more, like played the other ones too. It's like once you know about like the Archdragon Peak thing, like oh, now I know gestures are a thing. Like in DS3, you know where you do the like dragon one, and that takes you to like once you learn kind of their formula. Not that that's an excuse for like, oh, well just play the other ones. So like I'm kind of with you, but it's just at the same time I feel like it's okay to have content that you're not guaranteed to find, because then that makes it that much more fun when you do.
Yeah. I guess from my perspective, it's like the content might as well not exist to me outside of using guides.
I think
I'm never going to solve it.
The thing that makes me mad about it is we live in a much more connected world, and unless you are just like hyper unconnected to a borderline concerning degree sometimes, then that shit's going to get taken away from you anyway. So I would
police
much
yourself,
rather find
man. You control the videos you click on. You control the threads that you find yourself in. I kept myself blind for my first Elden Ring playthrough, and it was.
But when Elden Ring 2
nice.
Electric Boogaloo comes out, and if we're still doing this podcast, and we've got to go out and grab news off of the news sites, and the fucking top article is Melania's in Elden Ring 2, and it's just like Melania, Elden Ring, like immediately, like you've already ruined something in that, because we're in like an age where now that's just how, like, because of clicks and that stuff matters. Like we're in an age where that's where it's at.
I'm still gonna watch trailers and shit, but I'm not gonna go in Reddit threads and figure out. Like,
I mute Resident Evil is actually, and Capcom. I follow a lot of game developer stuff. They're completely muted and blocked on all of my social media platforms, so I don't get shit from like Resident Evil's ruined for me.
Yeah.
Putting spoilers in the title is an ultimate dirtbag move.
That's pretty crazy.
It's so messed up.
Yeah. So, anyways, just a thing. But other than that, I haven't seen too much. I mean, there's just continuous turnover with all the layoff shit, but and enjoying Black Flag. You know,
It looks pretty cool from what you were showing us right before we started recording. Yeah, looks fun.
But trying to think of I've got anything else to cover from a hot topics perspective, but it was nice to talk about our thoughts on Bethesda.
I enjoyed the unscripted format.
I enjoyed it a lot. I don't know. It was pretty good. Might be the move.
It's kind of fun. I feel like I didn't have to do homework this time. Not that we ever really do.
It's true.
We're in here cramming for the exam at the last minute, like Ryan said. Just like frantically looking up news articles right before we go live. Speak behind the curtain.
Exactly.
You can edit that out if you want. If you don't want to expose us.
I'll leave it. I don't care. They can probably tell. It's also good to know that no one like holds Bethesda on this like golden pedestal amongst us, like a lot of people do. They can do no wrong.
For years, they were my favorite game developer. It hurts me to think that they're where they are now.
Yeah, and then actually, you said you kind of really have no interest in Starfield. Did you touch Starfield?
I'm almost in the exact same boat as Gavin. I played like 30 minutes, and like I had already read so much online. I'd already pissed myself off about like everything that everybody was having problems with, and the 30 load screens to get to the fast travel. And I played it. I really didn't give it a fair shake. I was mad that they developed this instead of Elder Scrolls or Fallout. And
Yeah,
I was
it's
like,
now
what is
set
this?
everything behind, right?
Yeah, so I was pre-mad, and I didn't really give it a fair shake, but I didn't. It was on like Game Pass day one, I think, and I downloaded it and played. I got out of that mine and like whatever. Like I didn't really do much at all.
Yeah, I probably played about 60 hours of it. Played through it. I don't like
you
the
liked
forced.
it a decent amount.
I mean,
now, right?
it was okay game. I don't know. I didn't like a lot of that stuff, like navigating a lot of load screens and just like screen after screen after screen to do this, that, and the other. And like some stuff was very watered down. I don't like that. Like experiencing a lot of the game is like forced continual new game plus.
What do you mean by
What's
that?
that mean?
Like you don't get a lot of story for that game and cannot without doing continual new game plus iterations
okay.
Because of the way things can change and are altered, and like you obviously are going in with different knowledge and stuff like that. but then at launch they've done the big update since. You like new game plus your character and like new game plus your character back to like 0.
Oh.
It didn't like new game plus up the enemies. It was literally just like a cycle, right? So I mean, not to get too spoilery, but we're in space and there's time stuff, right?
Interesting.
So
I didn't know that.
So you didn't like that you... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good.
I was just saying you didn't like that you couldn't get the full story experience in one shot.
Yeah, and stuff. I mean, you could kind of live out a power fantasy to some degree, but you couldn't in some ways.
I read a lot of stuff about like I'm gonna mix some of this up because it's been so long since I read it, but like those border planets are like the edge of like a lot of the planets you'd land and it was like barren and you'd run for so far
and you just scan like an arbitrary fruit tree or some shit.
And then I read something and I don't remember exactly how it breaks down to fix that problem, but that like the original design of the game was more like so like you had your solar system, and when you started getting into the outer rings of it, like you had to manage your fuel, and you'd have to like stop at these way stations along the way to like fuel back up. But then like they ended up scrapping that, so it ended up feeling real like just repeatable and dumb because like,
they shifted to procedurally generated worlds for like most of the worlds instead of like
maybe that's what I'm thinking.
And I think if anything, Bethesda should have used something they are good at and crafted like 10 real killer ass planets.
Yeah.
And that should have just been it, I feel like.
Right.
And maybe there's like resource planets, procedurally generate those where you like this planet like desolate's uninhabitable, but it's like a great planet of like for ore or this whatever space rocks I want, to build these things. But I think that would have been better than we crafted like 2 or 3 towns on a couple of planets, and then here's like 300 procedurally generated planets that are a palm tree and a weird amalgamation of an animal creature that you can kind of scan or kill.
Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't know they were procedurally generated. Honestly, I thought they did handcraft the Starfield universe, but yeah, that's probably what I'm thinking of. Where like they had a different design and they scrapped it and it like kind of messed it up. It's like retroactively broke some game design of like how the universe should have been laid out. But I don't know.
The ship creator stuff was kind of cool even at launch, and apparently that's gotten better, like customizing your ship. And the space battles were all right. They didn't feel as high risk as they could have. You know, I don't even think that was like a difficulty thing. I just don't think there was like a lot of them or anything.
I didn't realize there were space battles.
I didn't actually.
I thought that was like
either.
the thing people didn't like, is you didn't really get to spend much time in your ship or something.
Oh yeah. I remember being able to fly around and have like kind of some dogfight stuff going on essentially.
Nice.
And then everybody was also mad because you couldn't like fly just to a planet and land.
Yeah.
They've, I guess, made that a lot better. I mean, you still can't just like fly down and get up close, and like how in Assassin's Creed Black Flag, I can sail the sea, and when I see the docking point, it's right there. I got to get pretty close to the dock, but I just hold a button and then it docks me. Like they were still going to at least have to do that, but it doesn't even do that, I don't think. And,
I gotcha.
I think they have cut down a lot of like the arbitrary load screens and stuff. The companions were okay. That was the thing. Like none of the companions hit in Starfield for me. Like some of the companions doing like the Fallouts and lover or hater. What is it, Lydia in Skyrim?
What do you mean hate, man? How could you? Lydia's best girl. Did you guys play? I know we've talked about Outer Worlds 1. Did you guys play 2?
Bought it day one because of how much I liked 1, and it's sitting out there still sealed.
Interesting.
Okay. Well, game Matt hasn't played.
I haven't played either of them. Yeah, that is a rare pull.
You played the first one, right?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I never played it at all.
Yeah.
It looked cool. I mean, it was one of those games I thought was like, man, that looks cool, and it's made by the Obsidian, right? And it seemed like up my alley. I just never picked it up. I don't know.
Yeah. I haven't played it. The second one is either. But yeah, it was one of those things where you kind of expected the New Vegas treatment, but it just felt, I don't know, like the first one. It wasn't quite at that level.
It's a lot smaller than I think people thought it was going to be of a game. You can like platinum trophy 100% achievement that game in like under 60 hours, but from like knowing what you know about it and thinking about the scale that it kind of felt like it was going to be, you wouldn't expect that to be the number I would say, right?
Yeah, platinum in 60s.
Actually, it's probably less than that. It's probably like 40.
Wow, so that's pretty short.
Yeah, and
platinum.
For a game that you think of in the same vein of like a New Vegas or something, or just an Obsidian joint in general, right?
Yeah.
So, but I really liked the companions a lot in that game. Actually,
companions were good. And I like the Mass Effect style where you have them all on the ship and then you can choose who you want to send out.
Yeah, and like you have like sets of submissions for them. That's like their backstory. And like Pravati's got like her love story. Essentially, you're helping her through, and then can't remember the other girl. No, that's a Starfield thing I'm thinking of, where it's like someone's parents.
You got the little robot guy. There's a lot of cool companions.
The, like pastor dude.
Yeah.
And there's like some cool creatures and stuff in there. They could have been more, but like the giant like mantises and stuff.
I still haven't finised the first one.
Oh, okay.
I might hit. That's the thing.
Maybe.
We've already talked about it, so I don't know if I can hit it for backlog game. But I want to, because I kind of want to make myself finish it.
Yeah. Any interest in you at all from that?
I not really, I guess. I mean, like I am, but I have a lot of other stuff that I'm more interested in.
We've all done the Mass Effect trilogy, right?
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh.
No. None of it?
I got the trilogy. Like I have the disc version of the trilogy, like Ultimate Edition or whatever that came out. I got about probably 60% through Mass Effect 1. And I don't know, I just got kind of bored.
I think there's the problem, though. Like
everybody said that. Everybody's like, just get to 2, just get to 2. And I'm like, oh.
So here's the thing. Didn't touch a Mass Effect game until that collection came out. So it's not like I'm like sage from the olden days that played them.
I grew up with them. Like my friends were real into them. So,
but it is I could get into one enough to finish the game. And then I was like,
End of 1 is awesome, man.
I get it because like that game ends, and then I wasn't having to wait a couple of years for a sequel. I immediately was just like, boom, right. And I played all 3 of them. I actually got the platinum trophy for that collection or whatever.
Mass Effect 1 aged a lot harder than the rest of them too. It was like, even in the Legendary Edition, I think they revamped the combat in the Legendary.
They gave it the combat from 2 and 3 from what I understand.
Which is better, but like there's a lot of game design things they did in 1 that are tougher to still pill to swallow, you know.
But yeah, towards the very end of that game,
very, very end of that game is very cool. Yeah, you got to circle back, Gavin.
and then
I'm gonna use this as a backlog game. So however much we talk about it now, it's up to you guys. But we're gonna be talking about it again.
That's
so
fair.
it's up to you.
And then I was like, oh, okay. And then like you kind of just kick the second one off, and it's like noticeable quality and like the shift and stuff.
Yeah, it's a big quality jump. I was kind of like not a hater of Mass Effect 2, but like everybody like loved
edgy.
it so much, and like
And your bangs were down over one of
my
your
bangs
eyes
were
and
down. I was a little
mad at your
emo,
parents.
too cool for it. But like, I mean, I still kind of feel like it is a very great self-contained story, but like it's kind of like its own thing that's for the overarching plot not that relevant. Like it is, but it is, I don't know. It's weird. And that kind of bothered me at the time. But the characters are amazing and everything's amazing. Honestly, the whole thing's dope, but I was a hater. Not a hater. Like
and it is, you do feel nervous in your soul going into that third game, and like how that game tracks your interactions from things you said to, you know, what was it, Rex in game 1?
Yeah, it is crazy. It tracks it for the
end.
whole trilogy.
For the whole trilogy.
The decisions matter, you know.
Like they matter.
They like, I mean, there's a bunch of stuff. You could have a whole different cast of characters in 3, you know, like of companions.
You can
and
have
everything.
borderline.
No character. You can kill everybody, right? Like you have no
it is
characters,
crazy for that.
Were you a Mass Effect 3 ending hater originally? We don't have to get too deep into
I played
it.
when the collection came
they had
out.
all the updated
So I
stuff.
I had choices A, B, and new middle of the road safe choice.
Oh, they gave another choice. For
There was
the
3 choices
Legendary
originally,
Edition?
but they added another one.
That's what it is.
Interesting.
And they added epilogue scenes that really fleshed out all of the choices.
Yeah.
And originally it was
They were like, it was like a divide a fan base stuff. That's
I had some
remember
hot
that.
discussions back in high school about it. Yeah.
Was it divisive? I feel like it's universally hated.
It was divisive
3?
for me, yeah. Because
interesting.
me and a couple friends really liked it, and a lot of other friends hated it, and we used to fight over it big time. Yeah, like I don't know. It was. It is universally like. I don't know. I think it's divisive. I don't think it's hated because I do think there was a lot of people that liked it when it came out. But
Gotcha.
And then did you do Andromeda?
no, I never touched it. I played a little bit of the multiplayer because I was trying to recapture that the Mass Effect 3 multiplayer was weirdly
Heard this.
fucking unbelievably fun, dude. It was like one of the best multiplayer experiences of my entire life. It was so
That's
good.
crazy coming from
Wow.
multiplayer man over there in the corner.
I mean, like, actually, like, I played so much of it, and it was so good. It was crazy.
What kind of gameplay was it?
It was like a Horde-style gameplay with, like, mission structures where there was, like, different difficulty missions, and it was still class-based, so you could be a Vanguard or Infiltrator, blah, blah, blah. But there was this in-game leveling system that was, like, kind of gambling-based, but it was all in-game currency, you know? Like, you'd get, like, a crate after you beat certain levels of missions, and you could turn on, like, almost like skulls, like modifiers to make it harder. And, like, it was a 4-player co-op, and I don't know. It just really captured the Mass Effect gameplay
that would
perfectly.
be such a
sounds
nightmare in
fun.
a new game. That would be microtransactions.
Oh
to hell
yeah.
in
Yeah, there was
2026.
none, and that was awesome. Like,
Just off of just the way you described that, I'm like, oh my god, that would be so terrible in 2026 though because of that.
yeah, it was all very fair. I feel like I don't know. I could be misremembering, but I don't think you could pay for any of it, or even if you could, you didn't need to. I don't think you had to pay.
I do love a multiplayer Horde mode.
Oh,
You guys play Titanfall 2 multiplayer at all?
I played a good
little,
bit of
but I didn't-
Titanfall too.
Yeah, it's fun.
I didn't know there was
Yeah.
a Horde mode. I guess I've played like the competitive,
I
like
think there's
against
a
each
Horde
other.
mode, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like a Horde mode too.
Yeah, Gears did it, and then obviously there was
Yeah.
Call of Duty Zombies. There aren't enough entries, man.
I would be about some more
Left 4
Horde
Dead
modes.
is just hoard the game.
That's
Horde the
true.
game.
Left 4 Dead is incredible. If only we could
Yeah.
get more entries.
yeah.
And then there was Back for Blood, which
Why can
It's
no one
not that
capture
bad,
that magic?
but-
Like, is it that we look at Left 4 Dead and hold it to such a high regard, we automatically look for a reason to poo on, like Back for Blood and even
I
4
didn't think
Loop
Back
that's
for
about
Blood
to
was
come
that
out?
bad,
But
to be honest with you.
Yeah, I was I had a similar experience. I got friends to play it with me on Game Pass, and they all hated it. Wouldn't play anymore with me. And I was like, I want to play it. It seems cool.
I tried to start it, and my buddy fell off, and then so I played like the first level.
Yeah.
And I was like, did you even like for Left 4 Dead, or do you like the memories of playing Left 4 Dead with the specific friends? And you just don't like that type of game anymore. That's fine. I kind of still like Left 4 Dead. Like if we could just get off of here right now and play Left 4 Dead.
All right, let's
Next
go.
stream.
Next stream is Left 4
We
Dead.
could run a Left 4 Dead pretty easily. It'd be fun.
Yeah, I love Left 4 Dead. It is one of the few games I've ever bothered to platinum. Like, I only platinum games I love.
Yeah. Left 4 Dead is something special. I Left 4 Dead 2 I like a lot more, I feel like, but I don't know why I say that. I just remember liking 2 a lot.
Well, 2 has all the same content as 1.
Yeah, they did a
Basically,
DLC that
they
essentially
added it.
combined.
Oh, you're right. That's
you might as well
I
just
may have
play
just
2.
played 2. Well,
Oh, now, yeah.
yeah. I mean, I play.
But it had survival mode too, which is like the Horde mode within the Horde mode game. You remember did you guys ever play that? It's also multiplayer. You could co-op, and it's like round based, and there's all these zombies swarming you, and you have some objectives and stuff you have to do.
I don't
Like
know that I
powering on
do.
generators and
That's-
things. It's so much fun.
That's hype though.
It's
yeah.
it's a lot of fun. Yeah. You would I think you would go for times. Like if you could survive like 20 minutes, it was like gold medal, and like 15 is silver.
Okay.
Interesting.
Oh shit, we gotta play Left 4 Dead, guys.
My only complaint that I ever had about Left 4 Dead is I would have liked how they always have an opening little cutscene. I would have liked a cutscene for at least every vignette of movie that's being made, right? Because it's like set up that like every scenario is like you're essentially in a zombie survival movie. Is kind of the thing that those games follow. So it's like the killer carnival, and it's like the people surviving, and it would have been like a zombie movie of the time, like the Dawn of the Dead remake where they're in the mall, right?
Right.
That's like the vibe they're going for. But I would have liked little cutscenes to the same quality, because those opening cutscenes of both of those games are so good, and that's the only like CGI trailery cutscene stuff you have in those games.
You're a big story guy.
Yeah.
But you actually get to play out the set pieces and stuff, like you're talking about the
But I
carnival
just
and the
sort of
concerts.
loved like the setup
so
of them
cool.
in that specific scenario, right?
Yeah.
Of like Ellis and Nick bitching at each other because Ellis picks Nick up because his car's broken down, and they get into a town, and the town's overrun by zombies, and they run into Coach and Rochelle, and then that's where you just take over playing, like not stuff that would have taken away my.
Oh no, that would be cool. I
just
agree.
like-
The banter is amazing. It's kind of amazing how much they threaded the needle with like you're playing in a post-apocalyptic, zombie universe, but the game is constantly funny.
Yeah.
So I love it.
Constantly funny, dude. Just even hearing your friends scream as they're being drug off the screen by a smoker is
Yeah.
hilarious.
And the PvP too. I don't know if you guys ever
PvP
tried
was
Played
that.
a
cool.
little bit of it.
Playing
It was
as the
fun to be like
zombies,
just a
so much
shithead.
fun.
Yeah. It was just so fun to be just like a shithead in that.
Yeah, well, that was the object of the game.
I mean, it is true.
was to be a shithead.
But, well, guys, this was actually a pretty fun episode of Backlog After Dark.
Yeah, I think it's fun.
We did
We'll have
it.
to try
I
it
think
again.
I think the vibes were good. Yeah, I think it flowed well. It was like very chill. I don't know.
Cool.
Let us know what you think. Let us know how we did.
Well, I don't think we really gave a host, but who cares? Don't forget to follow us on the social medias. If you don't know them by now, then you can't be part of the team. And then now we're actually using our Twitch channel. Not a lot, but we're going to try to maybe stream. Maybe, what do we want to commit to? Anything? Probably not. But
Commit to like 5 days a week, 3 hours a day.
maybe one stream a
full-time
month.
job,
Maybe
actually.
one stream a month right now is the best we could probably pull off.
Yeah, maybe every other.
Couple hours,
This one was like pulling teeth with these guys. Are you kidding me?
What is this?
I mean, it was like we had to plan a day to plan a day.
I
It was
want
like
to
we
say
had
that
to
I was
commit to
ready.
commit.
I was ready. I blocked all that time out from the first time we talked about it.
I
Don't
was the
come at me.
slowest to finally get answers.
Don't come after me. I was like, let's do it. I'm down.
You're right. You're
But
right. You in this
but-
case you were in.
In every other case, I am the worst. Yes.
And I got back from work travel and still troubleshot shit last night for the record. I'm
that's
putting in
fair.
time here.
Oh yeah, that arduous work travel,
Yeah.
that paid vacation you just took.
Yeah, you know what? Got to stop at Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee's. I still call it Bussy, to be honest with you, but I digress. Anyways, so yeah, check us out on Twitch at My Buddy's Backlog. No apostrophe, no spaces. Pretty soon we'll be, on the top page. You won't even have to search for us.
Yeah,
So
we'll
once
be
we have
trending.
Gavin hanging from the wires in the ceiling to experience Resident Evil with the full wire crew, so he has the full.
I was about to say, please provide the context there. We're gonna get delisted.
Oh yeah.
Right on. Thanks everyone. See you guys.
Thanks.
Bye.